Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we were working on taking over Scandinavia here, and we're making very solid progress on that. Are we still truce to Denmark? Shockingly, we're not truce to anyone. Okay, remarkable. We should definitely do something about that. So we want to attack Denmark, right? And we don't have that much for actual claims there. I do want to see about bringing in a claimant. What do we have here? Anybody that would come in. Now, it's questionable whether we can successfully press a female claim here. We'll see if this works. That kind of depends on our cultural and religious rules. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Someone is attempting to kill our guest. Okay, I don't think we care about this guy. No, not really. Cool. So we do have a dangerous faction. This is going to reset here in a moment. I'm pretty sure. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. This faction is going to go away. Yeah, this should be fine. That was just because I had restarted the game, so no problem there. Excellent. They arrived at our court, and we're going to then press their claim. Yeah, we can't press their claim because they are female. Sad. So we can only press the claim against, likely like it worked previously, we can only press the claim against them if they are a child, also female, or incapable. That's usually what that rule set means. So that means we need to find a male claimant here. That's going to be tough to do, based on what we've got going on. There are a ton of female claimants here, and basically no male ones. So for the moment, yeah, we cannot press her claim. It is a pressed claim, so we'll keep that in mind. But for the moment, we probably can't go after Denmark because of that. So, what can we do up over here instead? We could potentially take this over and then make the Empire title and then go after Denmark de jure. That's another potential option. So, if we were to do that, we would... The King of Denmark has an unpressed claim up here. Hilarious. We're going to look for somebody like this guy. He would not accept. Are there any other options in here? A whole bunch of female options. 110 reasons to not accept here. 130 to not accept here. So we may or may not be able to get anything here. These guys are all landed, and so that's not going to be a thing. Awkwardness ensues, no doubt about that. We've got Finland under our control here. We could go after this tiny little chunk of Poland and this tiny little chunk of Novgorod. We would have de jure claims there. That's potentially... It's awkward. There's no doubt about that. We can go after Denmark de jure as well. That is definitely a thing that we can do. We have these two duchies de jure. So what do we actually need for the Empire of Scandinavia at this point? 13 counties. So, Denmark would almost certainly work for that. The line is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Denmark would get us 14 counties. So that would work. That would get us the de jure empire. Sapmi has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, they would work too. We just need to find a CB here. This guy is a child. That's why we're able to press her claim. I'm pretty sure. We can try to invite a female claimant here. I don't think it will work. So if we were to invite, say, one of these ladies, she is already in our court. So yeah, that would be the way that that would have to go. Another option... This guy's 15. Another option would be to kill this guy, right? We would just murder the King of Sapmi, and that would put this kid onto the throne, and we would be able to press a female's claim against this small child. I would consider doing this against Denmark as well. His heir is 15, and he's going to come of age very, very soon. In about a year. The odds of us being able to do that, I think, are very low. So instead, let's go ahead and do this. We'll try this scheme. I'm not convinced that this is going to go well. We can bring in one agent, and that's this fine gentleman right here. Okay. Odds are not amazing. We have a 5% chance of success. Minus 15 is in green. That's interesting. For a second there, I was like, hang on, this isn't adding up. But yeah, it does add up. So this isn't great, right? We can definitely go into our council and have our spy master support schemes, giving us 29 hostile scheme power and 14.5 success chance. So if we do that, that puts us up to a 16% success chance. It's a lot better, to be sure. But by no means is it great. Okay. So we need to look for these opportunities. It's fairly unlikely that we have great opportunities here. The Holy Roman Empire is an empire-level realm, of course, and so going after them in this same way isn't super possible. I mean, we can, like, try to break them up and such. We can go after their kingdom-level titles, perhaps. There are no claimants here. There are just no claimants. Okay. There are claimants to Bohemia, but to basically none of their other kingdoms. Okay. So awkwardness is ensuing there for sure. I think that our target does need to be Scandinavia for the time being. It is 1398. And I would like to come in over on some of this new territory. There's going to be... I just want to look for holdings, I think. So this new territory, just looking at the maps here. Okay, so we can definitely put in a temple here. We're going to have to wait to put in another temple or probably a city holding over here. This is full up on holdings. And then checking down through this way. Yep, that's all full up on holdings. In Sweden, I believe... Oh, wow, we need quite a lot here. We can put in a city and a temple holding, that's for sure. Over here, we need a city and temple holding. We'll get those going. This needs just a city holding. There are quite a number of these that need upgrading. Okay, well, that's definitely something that we can work on. Let's put in... Okay, we're already... Right, that's in Denmark. Never mind. That is not our territory. So here we would put in a pair of city holdings. Here we would put in a temple holding. This would need to be a castle holding? Yeah, this is a temple capital. Awkward. Okay, so this would need to be a city holding, and then we can't build in the other slot just yet. So we would have to wait there. Cool. Already constructing here, making our way up this direction. We definitely need a city and temple holding. We'll get these constructed. This would want to be a city holding, ideally. No work needing to be done up this way just now. Okay, so that looks good. We'll get those going. We've got lots of gold, and we should probably consider spending that gold down. Like I said, like, at the beginning of each episode, we just spend all of our gold, and I think that's okay. This isn't exactly the beginning anymore, I suppose, but sure. We'll just get this spent down. And we're going to have to wait for some extra opportunities, is the way that this is going to end up working, unfortunately. I mean, we can shop around for additional expansion opportunities after we're done spending down our gold here. And we definitely are making gold very quickly. There's no doubt about that one. This temple can get upgraded. The city can get a tailor's guild, temple upgrade, castle upgrade. Like, holding upgrades are fairly ideal for what I want to do right now. It spends fairly quickly. It's fairly efficient. It's one of the largest expenditures, so it's also something that the vassals are less likely to do. So there's our gold spent down. So let's check in on opportunities. I mean, we can ask our head of faith for gold. There's no reason not to, in my opinion, and we can change the contract of the King of Sweden. And we'll bump up, actually, his feudal levies at this point. We can demand a payment from this duke. May as well. Cool. And what do we have for wars here? We can declare on Denmark. We know that. We can declare on Bjarmeland over here. We can declare on Novgorod. Yep, that's that de jure there. Poland, that's going to be this de jure. We can declare on the HRE, and we can declare on this guy as well. That's only that singular county. What can we claim from the HRE? A single county, a single county, and a single county. Okay, so our expansion opportunities are minimal at this moment. We can look for additional opportunities. We can indeed look for additional opportunities. We can fabricate opportunities, but I think for the moment, a stewardship lifestyle perk is okay. We'll take centralization, honestly. We'll go ahead and take that. Cool. Now, these chances are very low. I will not be surprised if this does not work. I will not be surprised in the slightest. Do we care about this? No, we don't. This is fine as well. Cool. So we're just going to be looking for additional opportunities. For the moment, Denmark is not going to have an opportunity for a while, so I think we should probably go ahead and do this de jure claim here. We would end up getting these two counties, and then we get this de jure claim afterwards if we still had time. I mean, that will give us a decent number of counties. We'll need more than this, to be sure. But it feels okay. The awkward thing here is they're going to have their main troops here. We're going to be raising, like, up here and sieging up this way. We'll see where they attack us at. We'll probably end up responding to it, but I don't think it'll be as efficient as it necessarily could be. So we're going to raise our men-at-arms here and a few levy troops. He has, like, 25,000 troops max, I think. Cool. Local infiltrators for 300 gold. 10% success chance? Absolutely do that. Absolutely do that. That would be amazing. We're up to a 26% success chance. Oh, and we can bring in the, we can bring in his wife. Do it. That brings us up by 62%. Beautiful. We now have an 88% chance of this. That is so much better. Okay, now back to this war. 33,000 is more than sufficient, and we're going to walk on in over here. Cool. So, his wife is something of an encyclopedia when it comes to languages. She has created an unbreakable code. So that gives us extra secrecy. I believe our secrecy is already maxed. So we can get progress. We'll be patient here. I'm not going to make her upset. She might leave the scheme. And she is way too valuable to the scheme for that. So where is their army at? Okay, they're embarked and heading this direction. Noted. We are going to head over this direction and continue to take over this territory. They are disembarking over here. That's very convenient for us, actually. Okay, we just discovered primogeniture. We're definitely going to do something with that. I'm wanting to think about rightful ownership, I think. Standing armies is good too. Yeah, I think this will be fine. Okay, so we finish up the siege. We're going to split off our bombards here and a few levy troops. These guys are going to head up over this direction with a siege leader. That will be, assuming we have one, this guy. Okay, and we're going to head this direction and look to intercept their army with our primary fighting force. So we're going to head in over here. They are looking to intercept our siege force, which makes sense. They should look to do that. But we're going to catch their army in a state of disarray right now. These guys were trying to back away. Now, they do have good defenses here in the mountains. So we're not going to stack wipe them, but we will win this battle. And we're just going to continue to siege over here. We have ticking war score on our side now. They filed in, and they are embarking with their retreat. Okay. We're going to hop up over this direction. Actually, does that actually help us? I don't think it does. That says supply limits around here are really bad. So we'll just do this for now. This will be okay. So we're at 60% war score here. We can't change our succession while at war, correct? I believe we cannot. Okay. Our powerful vassals are not okay with it. Indeed. So we'll have to do something about that, for sure. Let's see here. 50 gold and the murder scheme would gain progress. Or he would spend 150 prestige. I don't care about him spending 150 prestige. We'll take progress. Okay. So we're going to accost him. The woods can be such a dangerous place. 84% chance. We'll see what happens. We're wrapping up our current war, and he's actually dead. Beautiful. So we do need to wrap up our current war. They retreated up over here. We're at 26% from battles. Okay, we're going to split off our siege force again here. And these guys are going to head up, not exactly there. I guess this way is fine. We're going to, of course, put in a siege commander here. This guy was pretty far down. There we go. And we'll head up over this direction. We're at 78%. And the question now is, can we catch his military? That's a definite maybe. He's going to siege here? Okay. So keep in mind, we murdered this guy so that we can declare on this kid. We have to do that before he comes of age. So we will look to do that. We're also going to look to get our succession changed over. But we have some powerful vassals that are going to be upset about that. So we're just going to look to move in over here. Looks like we are going to catch their force there. And actually the war's already over. So we're going to enforce those demands, disband our troops, and that territory is now ours. Beautiful. We do need to construct holdings here. We'll build a pair of cities. And here we may as well build a city and a temple holding. Cool. So now we can declare on this guy. She would be our vassal. And that's pretty ideal. He has access to 5,700 troops. I think we do that instantly. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll head directly over for their capital, I think. And we will raise our men-at-arms and, like, I don't know, 20,000 levy troops. We don't need all that many. Any moment now, levy troops. 13,000. Okay, 25,000 is more than sufficient. That's for sure. These guys are still gathering, and we'll see how long they take to get there. Far from home, huh? Sure. Okay, this is good enough. We're going to head on over. We see their troops heading this direction. That's kind of irrelevant to us. Kind of. We're probably going to look to fight them, though. Okay, so we'll group this together. We will put up a siege force here. Around there. These guys are going to head down this way, and we will, of course, put in our siege leader here. We want this war to be over fairly quickly, and we're going to need to put in primogeniture at some point. War's actually already over. Beautiful. Okay, so with that war over, we are then going to enforce those demands, and excellent. That is Scandinavia under our control. So at this point, we can grant some vassals over to rightful lieges, and we'll go ahead and do so. We can also, at this point, create the Empire of Scandinavia title, which we will absolutely do. So we are now the de jure ruler over all of Scandinavia, including this fine gentleman. We are truced to him, and we can only go for de jure duchies here, but all of this is now de jure ours. Can we offer him vassalage? He has 265 reasons not to accept this. How are we doing on the de jure Kingdom of Denmark? We would need 8 required counties. Uh-huh. This would be 3. This would be 3. This would be 3. Wait. No, this would be 4. This would be 4. So if we were to go after that, we would then go, and we're truced right now, so we're not going to do this right now. This is 4 counties right here. That would give us 8 of the 8 required counties that we would need to usurp the Kingdom of Denmark. then he would no longer be a king, and we may or may not be able to offer him vassalage, but at that point, we would have him pretty broken up, and we should be able to handle it at that point. So that would be the plan for dealing with Denmark. Okay, so now we need a spy master, and we will put in this lady. Sure. Now we need to work on primogeniture. So, I want to check in on our empire level titles here. And we've got our kingdom titles as well. The Kingdom of Aquitaine. Okay, this is correct. We need to check in on the Kingdom of France. This is male-only Confederate partition. We're going to remove that law to bring this in line with all of our others, down to male preference Confederate partition. We also hold Norway. That is good. Sweden is not held by us. That is not held by us. Alba is. That is correct. Ireland is as well. So I believe that's all of our kingdom level titles. Cool. And we'll check our succession for our empires. Scandinavia, that we just created, so that'll be okay. Alba we created as well. So I want to check in on the empire level title here. Yep, male preference Confederate partition and male preference Confederate partition. Cool. So that's looking good. No problem there whatsoever. Our succession is fine. So at this point, we need to change our overall succession. Everyone here, with the exception of this guy, opposes this. We can imprison this vassal. They would rebel, inciting the independence faction to revolt. We could also choose to go ultimogeniture, which is always interesting. So how do we want to go about bringing these guys into the fold? I believe we're already swaying somebody. This is King Jordan of England. That's this guy. Now, he wants a seat on the council. This guy also wants a seat on the council, the King of Burgundy. Okay, we're going to have to get approval from all of these. It'll be easier to do that this life. The Duchess of Barcelona here, huh? I'm wondering about title revocations. Yeah, they would rebel. But that would be an interesting way to get them... Well, what about imprisonment? What if we don't actually rebel, or rather, if we don't actually take their titles? If they're imprisoned, are they in this list at all? I don't know. I don't know how that works. We'd have to figure that out. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to work towards getting Denmark into the fold, as well as swapping over to primogeniture. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, ShadowWolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. Did I put Rogue Corvid in the wrong category? I'll have to double check that. I apologize if I did. I just updated this. I'll have to double check that one. I remember you being in the lower one, but if you upgraded, fantastic. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time. I was a little overzealous on the fade to black. Cool.